Hey, good morning. First off, pardon the mess of cables and everything strewn about here. The reason everything is so messy is because I went out and I bought one of these. And what this is a Microsoft display dock for use with their Continuum service or Continuum function that their cell phones have. The Windows phones have. Most notably the newer ones. For instance, I have here it is, Lumia 950, which has the service, which is going to be right here. You see the little Continuum icon right there. And what that does is that means I can turn this into a Windows desktop. So how can you turn a cell phone into a computer? Well, the way that works is by plugging the cell phone into the dock. And here's what the dock has. So on the front of it, we get a little closer to the camera here. On the front of it, there is a little USB Type-C connector right there, and that's what the phone plugs into. And then on the back, you got all these ports. So we have another USB Type-C connector on the back of this thing. We have a DisplayPort connector, we have HDMI, and then we have 3 USB ports. And the USB ports is where you plug in a keyboard and a mouse. So it looks like a complete rat's nest when everything's plugged in. So to try to clean that up a little bit, I got some wireless stuff. So here's what everything looks like when it's plugged in. So you have your wireless adapters plugged into the back of it. You have a USB-C cable plugged in to the front of it, which goes to your phone. You have another USB-C cable which plugs in to the back of it for power. And then you have an HDMI cable which plugs in, of course, to the back of it. Well, other way around. And then you have, let me move that so it doesn't fall, all this stuff hanging off of this dock. But once you do that, this turns your phone again into a Windows 10 desktop, kind of, sort of, for the most part. Jump in with me and we'll see how all this works. Okay, and this is it. This is the Continuum Windows 10 desktop experience. And as you can see, it looks fairly similar to a Windows 10 desktop, but it's also a little bit different. So, for instance, you do still have the little desktop view button here. You have Cortana right here. You also have a back, and then you have the Windows key here, which will get you to your, here it is. This will get you to your start menu, which is basically going to be the front start menu of your phone. To the top here, you have the time right here. You have the battery charge. You have your Wi-Fi signal strength, which is not very good right now, and your cell phone signal strength, and then, of course, your background here. So what I want to do is do a little bit of web browsing, because I figure may as well. So we'll click on this. We'll click on Microsoft Edge. There we go. All right, so now there, all the tabs are clear. So let's go somewhere. And for this test, because this is running off of a cell phone, but in a full desktop environment, I always want to stress test stuff like this. So let's go to YouTube and see what we can do. So there we go. Now this the phone is working off of a Wi-Fi signal right now, and let's do a little bit of a Switch Pocket Dock. Let's view this. Now this is going to be pretty meta. Viewing a YouTube video on YouTube. Advertiser site, yada yada yada. Okay, so we got to watch an ad, unfortunately here. I'll skip through the ad. Hold on one second. All right, so here we are, actual YouTube video. I muted it since I'm not wearing headphones, but yeah, the quality is pretty decent, as it should be. Let's see, we are looking at 480p right now, but it's not, like I said, it's on a Wi-Fi connection, so that should go up to HD quality at some point, I would imagine. But yeah, this isn't too bad. So let's do something else. Let's go to NHL.com. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong keyboard. There we go. NHL.com. There we go. So that's not too bad. It's a little laggy, but again, you know, you're running a desktop experience basically through a cell phone, so we're still working off of a cell phone's processor here. But everything, hey, Ronnie returns home with the Stanley Cup. Yes. All right. That's decent. Little laggy here. So what else can you do? Well, we can go here, go to All Apps, and let's go to the real reason someone would probably be doing this, which is going to be Microsoft Word. What's new in Word? Close. So here we go. And this is similar to what a newer Word installation looks like on Windows. So we'll click on blank document, but you'll also quickly see it's a little stripped down up here. You don't really have as many options, but you still have some pretty good options. So we'll type on here. I'll just type, this is just a misspelling, tets. This is just a test. This is just a test of Continuum. So there we go. I'm good at typing, as you can see. There we go. So anyway, that works fine. And then we'll go over to, let's see, what else do we want to do? Hulu Plus we could do, LinkedIn, don't really know why I have that, Messenger, messaging, hell, well, let's just do, I'll do something that's not going to have much personal stuff showing, so let's do Excel. And once again, Excel boots up rather nicely. Now, one thing I do notice is the dock itself stays nice, stays nice and cool during this process. The phone itself does get a little warm while doing this, which I guess is to be expected. And then we'll do equals sum, oh, damn, wrong keyboard again, equals sum of, I don't know, 2 plus 5. 7, yay, Excel works. Hey, Excel works. I cannot spell. I'm also on like a little tiny keyboard here, which I'm not used to, but still. And look, it's saving it automatically. Now, what if you want to close something out? I hear you asking yourself. Well, that's pretty simple. As you can see, right-click does not work on this, and there's really no X here to get out of it. So what you can do is you can go to the little desktop task view thing, you click on this, and then you get an X. Exit that, then you can click on to this. That's also a good way that you can change applications, or if you have something else running, you can just click on the application down here on the taskbar. But yeah, everything seems to show pretty well, seems to work pretty well. One thing I do like is if I click on settings, you get the Windows settings like you would typically do on Windows 10. Go to Update Security, see if there's any sort of updates, and then this is like a Windows 10 computer right now. The only difference is it's mandatory full screen. Yay, up to date. It's mandatory full screen, so you can't really do any sort of minimizing or anything like that, resizing. So, but yeah, this is basically how a Continuum works, and it works really well. So I'm going to say a little laggy, but it's not really laggy, I guess. I mean, it's working off of a cell phone. It's not going to be as quick as my desktop, but it's definitely quick enough to be productive. So let's click on news here. I could definitely see using this, skip. I could definitely see using this as a means of being able to be, productive when you're away off-site somewhere, and then you come back home and plug it in, and you have a full-featured, for the most part, computer. Breaking news. Do you want to send notifications? Turn off. So when you get home, you have everything on your phone. It's actually kind of nice, because the dock itself isn't very big. The power cable isn't very big. The phone obviously fits in your pocket, and you can buy a travel mouse and a travel keyboard to keep with you. And then as long as, let's say you're staying at a hotel, and that hotel has a TV with an HDMI port, you can turn that TV into a little computer, get some work done, come home, plug your phone in, and you have all of the stuff that you worked on the road. So that's kind of nice. Now, I'm not really sure why you would do that versus carrying like a Surface with you or some other type of laptop with you. I don't know. I'm sure there's a use for this technology. I personally don't really have a use for it. But I had to buy it because I think it's cool that I can do this. At some point, I'm sure I'll have some sort of productive use for it, but as it is right now, it's just kind of a cool thing to have. But I am also very excited that Microsoft is continuing development on Continuum. At least last I saw, they're continuing development. And the next round of Windows phones, which is probably going to be the Surface phone if that's ever released, should be even more featured with Continuum. But it's cool. I like it. Like I said, right now it's nothing more than just a novelty for someone like myself, but it's kind of neat. So yeah, if you like I was going to say vehicle. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If not, hey, that's cool too. But thanks for watching. Hope you learned a little something, or at least enjoyed seeing Continuum in action and how a phone can act as a desktop computer. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.